Hey, 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 what's up, YouTube? Big H sitting in his car and actually run in, and then I'm going to run right back out because I've got to go do a few odds and ends. But I just wanted to jump on here really quick and talk about the personal conveyance thing with Prime. I'm sure all you guys know by now. If I'm not the first one that's going to post a video about this, but it's just inevitable before they take it, right? It could be a week, it could be a couple days, or it could be a month. But Prime is going to pull the personal conveyance from a choice that we can make as adults. How do I feel about that? To be honest with you, I at first I smelt it coming. And I'm like, here's just another corporate behemoth telling me what I can and cannot do. But then I have to put a little thought into it and saying, you know what? Someone's breaking their chops. And I believe it's all because the economy is so soft right now that the companies that Prime are hauling for are getting offers and bids from other companies that are willing to do the same job for a lot cheaper than what Prime is charging. Prime's probably protecting us. So they're going back and they're possibly looking at, any angle in which to kind of make life a little more difficult for Prime to have them lower their rates. So, but by the way, we noticed that your CSA scores on over here are terrible, are some of the worst scores we've seen, and you better do something about it. And Prime has every right. At the end of the day, Prime's got to protect the business. Okay, Prime's got a business to run. You got a reputation to keep, and if they're getting, any type of feedback like that from current customers and possible future customers, and saying, listen, I don't know if we want to use you because of the misuse of this, and naturally what Prime's going to do is Prime's going to, it's going to affect us. And it's going to affect us, but is it really going to affect us? Is really PC that important for you to make money as a driver at Prime? Is that something that you use daily, or something that you use weekly, something that you use if you did once in a while, it wouldn't have gotten to this point. So apparently there are people who are using it like we use off duty and yard move and stuff like that constantly, continuously, for mile after mile after mile. So it all comes down to a few people always ruin it for everyone else. And no, again, after doing some thinking about it, I'm not bitter at all. Prime has got to do what Prime's got to do, again, to keep the business and to grow the business. And I work for Prime. This is where I'm currently at. I'm happy with Prime. And I want Prime to be successful, because if Prime's successful, I'm successful. Remember that. And if you don't like that and you think, they're in violation, that's for attorneys to figure out. That's not my cup of tea. I don't know if they're stepping over the bounds with independent contractors like I am, where I pay all my bills. I don't know that. And to be honest with you, I'm not going to waste my time thinking about that. All I want to do is get on the road, pick up a load, drop it off, and get paid. And do it over and over and over and over again. My biggest concern right now is not PC being taken away, is picking up a load and having to wait 2 days before I get another load, and 2 days before I get the next load. And so I'm concerned about paying my truck payment, paying the insurance, paying the fuel, and bringing home a nice check. I'm not doing over-the-road trucking to bring home $500 a week. This is, for me, this is my view. I'm not doing that. So I don't care. Let Prime do what Prime needs to do to hopefully raise their CSA scores, to get a bigger customer base. Because if they're healthy, us drivers are healthy. And so big deal. You need to use personal conveyance. You pick up the phone 5, 10, 15 minutes. If you have to wait to get a answer from logs, you do what you have to do. But I'm hoping that my colleagues at Prime are not up in arms about it. And I don't think it is. Maybe I'm making a bigger deal of it than it should be. But I just figured I want to voice my opinion on it and let you know where I stand on that issue. It's not an issue for me. It's a non-issue for me. It's okay, no problem. You got a load for me? That's the way I look at it. I want to load. Because ultimately I want to do a lease purchase. And I don't want to have to sweat and like, ooh, did I make the right, doing a lease purchase when the economy is doing really bad, did I make the right choice? I don't want to sweat that, okay? So I want Prime to grow. I want Prime to keep the companies that they're currently working with. I want the rates to not only stay where they are for now because the economy's not doing well. I want them to be able to increase the rates as we move forward. So the answer to the question is no. It doesn't bother me that PC is going to be taken away from us. It's sad that, again, a few people always ruin it for the group of people. I'll give you another example. The port of entry coming into Virginia on I-81 is now officially closed for overnight parking for truckers because the few decided to open up their door window, throw out their trash and their urine bottles and leave it for someone else to pick up. And if that's it, no more parking. So again, the few that always will ruin it for others. It's just no matter where you go in life, and whether it's this company, another company, life in general, there's always the few that ruin it for others. So with that, I'm past it. I'm over it. I'm excited to get back. It's been a long time. Feels like I've been out for a month, which is pretty much really close. I came home on the 5th, and I'll be back in the groove on the 31st. So that's 24 days. That's a lot longer than I wanted to be out, but I had certain reasons for doing it. It certainly wasn't because I was sitting on the beach drinking Mai Tais. But I'm excited to get back in the chair, go run, make money. And by the way, this past year, the year 22, since I worked with Prime, let me just put it to you this way. I blew away 21's earnings by $60,000. So I'm quite thrilled about that. I want to keep that going. So I need Prime to stay healthy. I need Prime to get new customers. So this way I can run. That's what it's about. It's about making money. So with that being said, BigH is out. Appreciate you stopping by the channel. Please give a like, and we'll talk to you soon when I'm in the truck in a couple days. Peace out. Stay safe. Make great decisions.